Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Coaching Conversation Series. My name is Eric Francis Manu, and once again, I'm your host. Today is Thursday, 25th of February, and it's an honor to have another great guest, a great coach, today to join us. This is a topic that for me is just resolute my lifestyle, mindfulness. Before I bring our special guest this afternoon, let me tell you more about who she is. Her name is Paola Franchisi. You got it right?
Fantastic.
She has, excellent, thank you. She has a solid background in language training and used a holistic approach. She became SATA qualified teacher in the UK. Paola loves studying the brain.
I do.
Qualification include new language coaching, concepts founded by Rachel Palin and other CPD accreditation academics. Paola studied in the UK back in 2008, discovering mindfulness 2018 when she was diagnosed with penning vertigo, something that I'm sure that you all know. It's not right one, but she then became mindfulness coach during pandemic.
Mhm.
Before I bring her, I want to share this with you guys if you are watching me. So we are live on LinkedIn, we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to our webinar. Welcome, Paola. Good afternoon.
Eric, I'm so honored and thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. Um, Good evening, good morning, everybody, wherever in the world you are. It's so amazing to reach out and really be here with you. So please feel free to say hi in the chat where you are. We really want to connect with you. And yes, so my name is Paola Francesi. I've always been a massive language lover, and it's always been my dream to come and live in London. So I made this happen, and I'm now really honored to be here with you speaking. So yes, I have a very solid background in language training. I use a holistic approach, which is about neuro language coaching, so a bit of neuroscience and language coaching. And yes, so I've always been fascinated by the mind, how it works. I've always been a massive fan of James Joyce, and I remember a quote by him when reading Dubliners. Mr. Duffy lives a short distance from his body, and this really gave me a flavor of what it is just to exist and not live life to the full, which is something I've always wanted to do. And so, unfortunately, back in 2018, I was diagnosed with a vertigo, and so I did burnout. And it was precisely this time, so it's very moving for me now to be sharing this with you 3 years ago and being in such a different situation now, and really keen to share the tools of mindfulness and my experience with it and see how that resonates as well. And so, yes, so over lockdown last year, I found my purpose in service. And so I started to get qualifications with mindfulness. I'm still studying and I got accreditations. So, and I do love studying about the brain. So, absolutely passionate about that as well. And
Excellent.
so, yes,
Before I bring Paula to start this session with us, I want us to, if whatever you are, ask yourself, what is mindfulness? What is mindfulness? How do you practice mindfulness? What is your understanding of mindfulness? How are you coping this pandemic? How do you reason yourself? I want to share this with you guys. My understanding of mindfulness, and also my own personal experience. I've got two kids behind me. You can see the picture behind me. Lewis 7, Alexis 5 in May. Do you know what? Just recently, this kid have started practicing mindfulness.
Amazing.
I'm not teaching them. My wife is not teaching them, but I'm picking it from us. They are picking it from us because we practice what is mindfulness. And today, I'm so excited for this topic because not only a 7-year-old boy and to be 5-year-old girl are practicing this, that means it's something that is powerful. And to have Paula today, I'm excited because she'll take us to a journey of unknown, a journey that you will wake up tomorrow morning and feel good about yourself. Paula, what is mindfulness?
Oh, okay, fantastic. Well, first of all, Eric, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful experience of your children. I'm really feeling it in my body. It's so moving and really gives me really chills. So it's really amazing. So mindfulness is a concept from Buddhism. So it's from the Pali language. So sati in the Pali language, and it's all around awareness, being present, being in the moment with awareness and in a non-judgmental way. So John Kabat-Zinn was the founder of the concept of mindfulness in the Western world and brought it to us basically in the US. And now it's really getting a buzzword and very popular. And I'm so honored to be sharing this journey with you.
Now, I know you've got a few slides to share with us, but I want us to go a bit deeper here.
Sure.
I can see some comments. Thanks, Eric. So excited about mindfulness. Hello, my good friend Amma and Nin. Welcome to our session, and thank you for your comments. But by the way, please do share if you can. If you're on LinkedIn, you can share the link. If you're on Facebook, you can share the link. If you're on YouTube, you can share the link.
Really.
Spread the word. This is a powerful topic. Please spread the word. It's powerful. We talk about mindfulness. You explain mindfulness. How do we practice mindfulness?
Okay, that's a very good question. So how to practice mindfulness? It starts from very small steps. So it really starts from being very open to life in general, and really having this beginner mind state of being very open, being non-judgmental, and it's really about, yes, I would say starting with habits, like really small habits day by day. And I'll be sharing more with you along the way. So may I start by sharing the first slide of a tale by the Buddha? So just to give us a bit of a flavor of the concept of mindfulness. And
Excellent.
so
Of course, I can
so
share
on
that.
the first slide, thank you so much. And so for the first slide, there's this quote by the Buddha. So there's a whole essence of life, and I love to know how you feel about it. So the mind is like water. When it is turbulent, it cannot see. When it is calm, everything becomes clear. And so it's really an amazing tale by the Buddha. And it's all about the Buddha asking his disciple to go down the valley and bring him a bottle of water, like clean, clear, drinkable water. And it's a bit frustrating for the disciple because he goes back and forth with muddy water in the bottle because the water down the lake is muddy. And after a few journeys, after a few trips back and forth, he finally manages to come with some nice, clear, drinkable water for the Buddha. And so this really gives me an idea. Oh, this is very powerful for me. So I'm really hoping somehow it resonates with you as well and with the practices of mindfulness. And so it really feels that it's all about creating some space between ourselves and life in situations, and having this sense of groundedness. So really leaving the mind to rest for a little while before reacting to situations. So responding rather than reacting, I would say, to start with. So yes, so that could be potentially a good practice to start with. But there's more which I will share.
On this topic, let me read. The mind is like water, which is a turbulence it cannot see. When it's calm, everything becomes clear. I mean, this is powerful statements,
Mm,
and I think that is why. I mean, I remember last week, Lewis, my son, before he went to bed, said, "I want to be calm. I want to go to bed, calm and composure." That's
mm,
beautiful. So it's like what you're sharing right now. When it's calm, everything becomes clear.
yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank
Right.
you. Thank you so much.
Next one.
Sure. Next one is going to be, yes, next one is going to be a powerful quote by Amit Ray, who is really an amazing spiritual leader, and it's all around compassion and really kindness, which is also very much at my heart. And so this quote is, if you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment, live in the breath. So which key words would you identify here?
Hmm. If you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment, live in the breath. Wow. So, on this topic, as a coach, how do we live in the moment?
Hmm.
Should we expand it?
Sure, sure. That's a very good point because it's really all about living in the moment. And
Yes.
so, yes, absolutely. So it really starts from the breath. So by the way, in this image, I don't know what it really feels to you, but I can really see the heights of talents and I can see like a nice, powerful image as well. But yes, so to be present in life for coaches, it's really all around the breath first. So really this idea of living in the moment, of breathing deeply. And in fact, I guide practices about breathing. So breathing is a natural cleanser. It really makes us feel alive, is a driving force, and really making this happen, like enjoying the pace of our natural breathing. So I do remember when I was having this hectic life, teaching, coaching, like all over the place in London, and experiencing some hard sort of like experiences in life myself. So as it happens as human beings. And so my breathing was quite shallow. So I was just really breathing. I was always exhausted. And starting from the breathing for me is quite a key point. So it's quite crucial. So I don't know how that feels for you, but for me it's been really revelatory and powerful in itself.
I want to read this. It's very powerful. And it's resolved with the second slide that you just presented. I
Sure.
love this. I love this. It says, what is mindfulness? It is not that mindfulness is the answer to all life's problems.
No.
Rather, it is that all life problems can be seen more clearly through the lens of a clear mind. And looking at this picture, you see the
Mhm.
hills, you see the mountains, you see a beautiful road. And you ask yourself, do I see myself with this on this journey? Yes, you
Yes.
do. You do. Because we coaches, as Apollo said, we live in a breath. So
Yeah.
we take you to a journey of unknown. Like it says, It is not that it mindfulness is the answer to all life's problem. Rather, it is a life of a problem that can be seen clearly through the lens of a cleared mind. That's a great to match with this. That
Mm.
means you are capable of going through a journey of unknown, but knowing that the end there's something greater over there. And I think, I
Yes.
mean, looking at this, just beautiful. It's stunning. I mean, beautiful, beautiful picture. So let's share again and to our audience. Just take a
Fantastic.
time. Take a time. I mean, audience, take a time. Look at the picture clearly. How does it
Mm.
resolve to your lifestyle? How does it match with your life right now? You see
Mm.
that the journey that we all go through, especially this moment in time, this pandemic. See yourself in this journey.
Mm.
Next one, my dear.
Yes, absolutely. And so next, I love to guide you on a short meditation. So I really love to give you this moment for yourself and be together with you. And yes, so this is a very so meditation is not necessary. Mindfulness is definitely a part, a practice, a special practice of meditation. There's different types of meditation, but my one is all around mindfulness, and so I'm very keen to share this with you and really again see how it feels. So whenever you're ready, I can start. And so find a posture which is comfortable for yourself, that makes you feel nicely supported, and especially enjoying this landing, this arrival in the present moment, in the power of the here and now. It's really starting to feel your natural, organic pace of your breathing. And really just enjoy this moment of being. So, just for a second, let's transition from the tasks, the doing, just to be here together in the moment, in the power of the here and now. And already with your breath, you might start like riding the waves of your breath, like an ocean, pretty much. And you might start to feel calmer. And whenever you're ready, feel free to place your hand on your heart. Just explore that heart space. And you might feel even calmer and really feel that the heart is so responsive and has really a lot to tell and wants to open and reach out. So perhaps you're starting to have a feeling of warm heartedness and open heartedness. And it's really harmonious. Just enjoying the here and now. Just explore any sensations in your body, in your mind. You might have some thoughts wandering, but just gently and firmly bring them back and just really enjoy the present moment. And in all these sensations, I really would like you to visualize a nice scenery in nature, something which is really powerful and recharging you. Anything which is really meaningful and important for you. And enjoy the colors of this part of nature and breathe in the warm colors. So feel free to inhale to the count of 4 and exhale letting go to the count of 5. And I really would like to invite you, as we are slowly and gradually drawing to a close of this meditation journey, just to visualize yourself, whatever your awakening. So whatever feels powerful to you, whatever you really dream about and you really want to achieve, and really being in a state of trusting, believing, and allowing. So allowing your awakening in. And as we're now getting to the end of this meditation session, feel free to come back where you are with us, perhaps with different energies. And really take your time. There's no rush. It's really a process of feeling more clarity in the mind. And whenever you're ready, I'm here. I'm here with you, present and aware, with my heart open. And I'd love to know how it felt for you. How was it?
We've got a comment here from Miss Arden. Yes, I like to take the nice, slow, deep breath. Carefully thinking about my breathing. Very calming. And this is what it's all about. Session is all about you guys. I mean, as I shared beginning of the session, that when I see my 2 kids practice this every night and night after night, it's just beautiful. And now doing it live, it's just beautiful. Mindfulness is just a time for you to just set to the what surrounds you, what is around you. I need my own time. A time, a time to think deeply. And as Paula took us to that journey, the journey of unknown, looking at the forests, or even look at the sea, the ocean, the ocean. A time for you to reflect this year through that see yourself now at this moment in time. That you are here. You are here. And it's a season. Sorry, I was say something there.
Okay, so yes, so it's a wonderful moment of reflection, and I can really feel you much calmer, and I'm so pleased about it. It's really nice. It's a deep moment for sure. And so yes, so fantastic, fantastic. So next there's perhaps something that everybody somehow resonates with for the current times, and so perhaps ready to really
Yeah,
move on to the next slide, where there's all the effects of
of
multitasking.
course,
So
of
some really
course.
understanding about the practices of mindfulness as well. So how can we actually deal with this multitasking and working from home, hyperconnectivity, and anxiety? And so this might be quite, again, a powerful image.
Now, and again, this resolute to everyone out there. Whether you are watching from Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, wherever you are, this is a tough time. The time that nobody expects to happen, but we are in. We all go through this together. So those of you who are watching us, don't think that we don't see this. We are going through like you. I've got 2 kids. I help homeschooling. And then you do your Zoom learning, you do your Zoom working, and you are constant on the computer. And your mind is just doing multitasks. It's working all the time. So
Yes.
this is a time, it's a tough time. And we know it, we understand it as a coaches.
Mm.
And I think that's why we are here today. We got a great coach, Paola, a great coach, take you to a journey of unknown, who will assist you of your difficulties, your anxieties. I've got a question,
Yes.
Paola,
Yeah.
on this topic, this that we are in. How can we coaches help coaches out there to achieve this, especially this tough time? What is our purpose?
Mm. It's a very good question. Yes, it's a fantastic question. So yes, it's really I can feel this for myself. So it's really about feeling grounded ourselves and creating this distance from every situation and be empowered ourselves to empower our coaches because this actually happens to me quite a lot and I'm sure to you as well. But at the same time, this is very rewarding for me as much as it is for you. I'm really, really sure. So I definitely, as a coach, I make sure I replenish myself a lot. So I take loads of breaks and I'm very kind to myself. So I really, really want to have this kindness for myself first and self-love and self-care. And then it's so easy for me to then open my heart to my coaches and guide them into this journey. So it's really about not creating resistance on our side and be very open to them, for them.
And with regards to this, what I mean, these days people are going through a tough time, and we all know it. You've answered it so beautiful. My second question is that coaches are always, or coaches or clientele, always unsure who to go to.
Mm.
Do I go to this coach? How do I choose the right coach? What is your answer to that? How do they go about getting the right coach to coach them?
Mm. This is another great question because, of course, the beauty of us as human beings is that we all are so unique and we all have unique talents as well. Not necessarily we work with a coach and it will be the right coach for sure. It's really human. So we match with specific coaches depending on our needs at the time. And so how to choose the best coach? It's really for me it's really a matter of emotion sometimes and see what works with me and trying to have a bit of a conversation first. So again, having a bit of an open mind, see what's in there, but then not necessarily choose maybe that coach to work with, but then continue the journey until I find what is for me really. And the beauty of this is the journey itself again, because we really experience it and we learn from experience. So there's no right or wrong really. That's how I feel.
Agree. And audience, if you have a doubt in choosing the right coach, I think I always believe in values. What is my value?
Yes.
What is my value? What do I want from this session? What do I want from this program that I'm going to? Who is this coach? Does my value align with his or her value? Do my sometimes I think it's so many questions that we tend to ask ourselves when it comes to getting the right coach, especially a topic like this, topic of mindfulness, because you want someone to take you through on the unknown journey, a place
Yes.
that you want to reflect your, have a deep thinking, understanding of me as a person, my surrounding, and how I can also make impacts to that. And yes, we might not have the right answer for you, but I always believe that what is your value? How do you get this? So if you're unsure of who to go to, just take a time.
Yes, indeed. Agreed.
We are here to support you guys. So reach out to any of us. Paula, you've got Elena came last week. You've got so many coaches that have come to this program. Reach out to us. We're able to support you, your needs. We can work with you. Um, because we
Yes.
love coaches. We love to coach. And I think for me, it's just beautiful to coach and then see
Mm.
the end results that a person has achieved something that is unimaginable. Don't add anything together, Paula.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. And if I may mention here, because it's something which is so important for me, I had the honor of working with Mark Muti last year. And for me, I'm so grateful to him. I'm so honored to be here now. And so for me, yeah, it's really the emotions and the values as well. I agree with you. But if I may add, thank you so much for asking me. I would say that there's been times when I was working with coaches, I've always believed in personal development. So I've always wanted to work with coaches, watching videos. And as you suggest correctly, yes, it's a journey. So you might not be ready at the time. It's like a transformation of a butterfly. So you can't really break the shell beforehand. So it's something that happens naturally. So sometimes as a coach, I want to help coachees beforehand, but I really have to accept the journey. So I really have to accept how it is. I have to accept my journey. So that's how I feel.
I agree. And I think I love the idea that you mentioned Max because we
Yes,
as a coach, we also have our own coaches that coach us, that take us to a journey because I've got coach, you've got coach. So do they also have their own coach. So to our audience, yes, we are coaches. We also have our own coaches, our mentors that mentor us. That's what
yes,
supervise us. Because we want to make sure that we are getting right and they're getting right for us. So choosing the right coach could be, of course, challenging, but I always believe in the value, your values, your values. Now we've
yes.
got a few
I
slides. Do you want to
agree.
share them?
I
Do
agree.
you want to share them?
It's yeah, it's really all about the alignment. That's the only thing I want to add. Yes, yes, Eric.
So let me share this. So audience, if you haven't shared, please share your to any of your friends. We are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Today's topic is mindfulness.
Sure, yes, this is so important and again, very much at my heart. I'm a massive lover of the brain, of the mind, and this is a beautiful process for me, these neurons, really neurons that fire together, wire together. And just briefly going back to the multitasking, something which is usually very popular in my talks and also my coaches ask me a lot about this. and hyperconnectivity anxiety. So just very briefly going back to that for some references for neuroscience. And so yes, multitasking is quite controversial. So and then I'll go back to the neurons that fire together, wire together. So multitasking is quite controversial because I'd love to know what you think, audience, and Eric as well. But scientifically, I remember myself being at a conference a few years ago, and there was a fantastic speaker talking about multitasking. And as a neuro language coach, of course, my approach is very holistic, so it's all around neuroscience and caring for the brain. And so he got us to write the word multitasking and simultaneously writing numbers basically just below it. So M1, U2. It was just so tiring. It was so exhausting. And yes, so scientifically, multitasking is very detrimental. We feel that we achieve our goals, but we actually don't. And going back to these neurons that fire together, wire together, it's so important for the white matter to facilitate the gray matter to work together and to bind and to get this amazing firing of the neurons. And so multitasking is very detrimental again. So it doesn't really help us to move on efficiently in our tasks, and therefore then there is anxiety. There's sort of like a whole vicious circle of getting caught into this multitasking, which happens to myself. I get caught in this multitasking myself a lot, but my awareness is somehow blocking me from multitasking right now. And so it's really like a drug. Is really like a huge dose of dopamine, but then it's like a roller coaster, and the depletion of glucose is really high and massively detrimental. And so hence the importance of this picture of neurons that fire together, that wire together. So really giving time to so going back also to the question, the beautiful question of practices. So giving time to positive experiences to somehow be embedded in our life, because sometimes we rush from one thing to another. We want to achieve the next goal, but it's so much more meaningful just sometimes to stop and just let positive experience and just embody them. So feeling the emotions, because emotions, as the word suggests itself, is energy in motion. And so if the body is somehow disconnected from the mind, there's a whole disconnection. And so it is, again, very detrimental and very bad for the health. So absolutely so important for these neurons that fire together, wiring together. Yes, I would say this is quite key process in mindfulness.
Wow, this is powerful. Any questions from the audience? Let me check what chats. There's any questions? No questions. Okay, I've got a question for you guys. Let's this question and let us know your feedback. I'm going to post this on the button, and then how do you practice mindfulness in this difficult time? And again, Porter touch base on. Actually, I have a question. How can we use mindfulness in a multitasking pressing situation? Porter, question for you. This is from Amma. How can we use mindfulness in a multitasking pressuring situation? Good question.
Fantastic question. Fantastic. Thank you so much, my love. It's a beautiful question. And how do we really get this awareness of mindfulness in the process of multitasking? Okay, I would always refer to the breathing. It's really feeling the breathing. So if I may ask you, is there a particular context of multitasking that you're thinking of? Can you give me more examples of that?
Good question. Miss Arma, a question is any particular multitasking that you can share with us? Let me comment on board. All right, let's say this way. I'm a parent, got two kids, homeschooling, tough one. I'm not going to lie, it's very tough. You've got kids who are at home not burning energy, and then you've got work. So you make dinner, lunch, breakfasts, and you've got Zoom calls. You've got dealing with various issues.
Yes.
So how do you? I like the question from Amma. How do we practice the special pressure time? And I think I'm going to say what Paula just said, taking a time of breathing. For me, when this happens, is when you get outside. Not
Yes.
maybe go for a walk, or maybe just 5 minutes, 5 minutes of your time away from that task, away from that moment, just
Yes.
a quiet place, deep, deep down, just have a deep breath and ask yourself, how can I solve this multitasking? Once you have that mindset of having the quiet time, just close your eyes for a minute. Just close your eyes and ask yourself, how can I do this when the world around me is just so much overwhelmed? Once you have that, I can really assure you, you will understand how to work on these methods. Hope I
Mm.
answer your questions. Do you want to add anything to that, Paula?
Yes, it's a beautiful way, and I really love the practical example. It's fantastic, Eric, and thank you so much. It's I love hearing your experiences. For me, it's really really amazing, and I really love it. And so I very often get asked this question, and I was speaking at a conference a couple of weeks ago, and there was this lady, mother of two children, teacher. She was asking me pretty much the same questions. How can we cope with these busy lives? And yes, so there's actually a few tools as well. So which in a way relate to what you're saying, Eric. So it's really there's this Zen technique of the coffee tea ritual. So it is really again going back to the practices we were discussing earlier in the webinar. And so, for instance, in so really learning from the monks, as Jay Shetty suggests in his book, Think Like a Monk. Yes, and so the coffee and tea ritual, which humanly something we have for breakfast, maybe in a break, potentially. In monasteries, is really a time of contemplation. It's a time of silence. So we don't really, well, monks don't really sort of interact, or they just reflect, basically. So it's all about creating this space for the breathing, for the emotions. And yes, there's also another technique which is called STOP, an acronym. So again, stop, take a break, observe, and then proceed. So continue. Even like setting yourself reminders, or even setting alarms on your phone. So different times of the day you're catching yourself. Where am I now? What am I doing? How am I feeling? So important again for the alignment, for the values, to understand who we are, what we're doing, what do we need to prioritize on. And so really hope this helps. Yes.
And to that on, I want to add into that. You mentioned something that I picked up: applications and tools. There are many applications and tools that you can use. But Amma, let's talk practical here because I love practical stuff. I love practical, and I think Paula just mentioned that the way the monks things, having the breaks, and these are all practical. And sometimes we get so overwhelmed that we want to have something in the book that will say, "Oh, do this, do that." Let me share this with you guys. A friend of mine last week, after my session with Elena, I had a call from a friend I haven't spoken for ages. Just like, Eric, I'm struggling. I'm going through a tough time. I need someone to talk to. And straight, I said to myself, okay, let's talk. I was kind of about to make dinner for the kids. So I thought, you know what? Let me put the dinner on and I'll speak to this lady. And I asked her the same question we're talking right now. How are you practicing your mindfulness? And she's like, I have no clue. I said to her, okay, before I speak to you, I want you to spend 10 minutes of interrupting. Come back and then let's talk. Now, I like practical, so I asked her to have 10 minutes before even talking to me. Have 10 minutes, tip,
Mm,
think deep, and come back, let's talk. And this is what I do. I like to do practical aspects. And a question that how do I deal with negative thoughts? That can really magnify the situation in this negative way. Again, question, Paula from Arma.
sure.
How do you do? How do you? Sorry, my dear. How do you deal
Sure.
with negative thoughts? That can really magnify the situation in a negative way.
Sorry, how do I deal with
With a negative thoughts, that can
negative
really
thoughts?
magnify the
Thank
situation
you.
in a negative way.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, that's another fantastic question. Yes. Well, first of all, I'm really hoping I'm helping you there with my what we were discussing before about the multitasking, because I can definitely before the end of the webinar I can provide more practical tools. But this just wanted to say, Eric, this sort of like a few minutes break is called like amygdala time. So it's like really like very very interesting, because what happens in our amygdala is there's a bit of a trigger, like a panic button, and so it's so good to really detach yourself, and absolutely great. So really I share this myself. And going back to the, yes, again, another very good question, which I get very often asked. So, okay, so one of the pillars of mindfulness is again approaching anything kindly. So, really embracing anything with kindness. So, again, when it's about thoughts, our mind wanders. And so it's really seeing these thoughts coming and going, and very slowly and gradually making the effort to really, again, detach from your thoughts, and just, knowing that they don't really define us. It's not us. They're just coming, going, wandering. And it's part of our problem solving, so it's really natural. So again, it's just letting them pass and go just a few times. Just try that. Don't really have any resistance to them, or nothing. Just let them go. Let them go as they come. And maybe imagine like them as balloons, like really like going up and up and up, and just flying, or birds flying away. Or sometimes it also works to mentally think of like a wind blowing, even like on a big piece of paper, like sort of like putting them down, and then blowing, and then see the clear paper in front of you. That might help. That could be quite practical. So there's a few ways to approach them. So let me know what you think about this.
I tell you what, I love the way you say it. I love the way you said it. See it like the balloons. Just
Yes.
beautiful. I love it. Just poof. Let it go. Let it go.
Yes.
Let it go.
Let go.
Once you
Yes.
let it
Also like
go,
short
and
meditation.
Amma,
Let go.
Amma, you've asked, yeah, she asked a good question here. I think we all go through this
Fantastic.
together. We all go through it. We all have negative thoughts all the time. And this is my first time I have heard the word balloon.
Mm.
It's just beautiful. Pop. And just stop. Just let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Absolutely. Especially before bed, just let them go. Absolutely. Just clear your mind. And perhaps if you have a few moments for meditation, that's great, because it's really your time to let go. And if you notice in my meditation, I was meditating for believing, trusting, and allowing. So in my next slide, there is this sort of allow new air, like fresh air. So really empty your mind, and allow positive things to come into your life, because usually what you resist persists. And so you want to think positive, even like a small positive things, that will become so much more positive. And gratitude helps as well, like short moments of gratitude, and negative thoughts, just dissolve them. They will disappear.
Beautiful. 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 I love it. I love it. Excellent. Right. Next session. Right. So, guys, we've got 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes. This is so exciting. I'm so enjoying this one. This is just mind blowing. So, thank you, Paula, for joining us.
Oh, thank you. I love
I
you
love, I
all.
love the, I mean, I've been coaching for some time now, but I love I might just say it, I love the balloon analogy. It's just because we are going for a tough time. Guys, just take a deep breath.
Yes.
We are going for a tough time. And we all go through different ways. We all go through different ways. Financially, mentally, marriage, relationships, we all go through different ways, job wise.
Mm.
And I tell you what, we are on the same page. We are all on the same table, in the same boat. And yes, we all have the same negative thought. We all have the same thing.
Mm.
But as we just hear it, see like a balloon. A balloon. Puff,
Yes,
puff.
you can.
Because,
You
yes,
can.
we can. Because life is too short.
Life is super short. Super short. Yes.
Enjoy the moment we're in. We've got 10
Yeah.
minutes. Bring your
Sure.
questions. I'm enjoying this session. I don't want to end. I'm enjoying it. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Um,
let's see here more. Yes, more time.
I know. So next session, the next web, I'm going to share the next screen
Sure. Thank you
with
so
you
much, Eric.
guys.
Thank you.
So the next screen, here it comes. Open the window of your mind. Allow the
Yes.
fresh air, new light, and new truths to enter. That is
Yes.
beautiful.
And so, yes, absolutely. So I'm really hoping this feeling resonates with you right now, that we all feel like open-hearted and warm-hearted. From my heart to yours. Absolutely.
I mean, this answer, this just summarize the question from Amma.
Mm.
Um, it just summarizes the whole thing. Open the window of that negative thoughts. Allow the
Open
fresh air, new lights, new truth to enter. Just a beautiful quote. Just embrace where you are, and just have a deep breath with yourself. Enjoy the moment. This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Yes, it's so important also to embody this. So really feel it in the body again, feeling this openness. So as we were meditating, really feeling the heart. Because usually it's the heart which is warm, which is so open, which really communicates with us and really wants us to be open. So listen to your heart, I would say, and open it as much as you can.
Let me share this. I had a friend of mine. I was speaking for ages. A lady. She used to go out when it's cold. So I just wanted a time for myself. Even when it's cold, she put her nightgowns on, just outside, just to think the nature. And I think this is just what it says. Open the window of your mind. Allow the fresh air in, new lights and a new truth to enter.
Yes, yes, totally. And nature is like a silent witness of our wisdom. So there's this reconnection with nature, recharging, and it's just so important. I love nature. I'm a massive nature lover. So definitely, doctor prescribed nature. Absolutely, absolutely.
You've just said, oh, doctors prescribe nature. I mean, nature, you can't buy it. It's just there for us to embrace it.
Hmm.
It's more powerful than medication. It's more powerful than what it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Switch the next one. Next slide.
Sure. Yes. Next slide. I guess we are now really drawing to a close, and yes, so there's my program. So I'm very
Fantastic.
happy that whoever feels like would like to work with me and if I can help you further. Of course, if you would like to connect with me, explore my website. I thank you so much for the questions. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Eric. It's been really beautiful. So my program is basically a mix of meditation and spiritual wisdom. That's basically what they created. So I really give a lot of importance to meditation because it's been science proven that the benefits are really major. And so it's basically a 50-minute session with some slots that I offer. So you can find more information on my website. And so I offer some slots, it's usually Monday and Tuesday evenings. So it's 50 minutes, it's small groups, 6, 8 participants, and it's a 6 weeks online group session program. So we meditate for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then the rest of the time, we have a bit of space for reflection and I guide you with more tools. And there's a bit of like checking in and reflecting together. So if you really would like to work with me more, that's what I'm offering at the moment. And so I also offer, with the program, I offer like a free 15 minute meditation, like a coaching call, basically, to participants individually. And yes, and
Fantastic.
so
And if you want to get in touch with Paula,
yes,
you've got her every social media. I mean, how famous she
yes,
is on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, live here.
yes,
Beautiful,
yes,
beautiful.
yes. And
Before
you
you
know,
before you go,
yeah.
the session, your program, when is it due to start?
Oh yes, we have. Well, I have slots available actually already. Starting the coming week. So there's spaces, and please feel free to reach out and we organize this absolutely with pleasure.
Fantastic. Audience, please do get in touch with Paula. She's got fantastic program. I mean, this is my eighth session for this webinar, and today just make me just realize that you know what, time is too short for us, and meditation is one of the most important thing in life, especially this moment in time.
Hmm.
So reach out to Paula. Her contact details are here. You can reach her on LinkedIn, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Or you can reach her via this platform anytime. Please do make effort to reach out to her. She's fantastic, fantastic coach. And today I just enjoy her company. Before we go, let me share with you upcoming summits. So we will be hosting a summit in a few months to come. Um, if I haven't registered, please register info at thebritish More information can also be found on my LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. This is going to be one of the top summits for this year. It's great speakers, great coaches around the world. Diverse. This is going to diverse. One of the diverse summit you've ever seen with a great people around the world. So reach out, sign up to our newsletter. Anything, let me know. Before we go, Paula, any last word?
Okay, well, I would say, well, before I forget, actually, just I would love to give thanks also to my social media coach. Very important, especially at this time, because as you were talking about the journey, and he's just the right one at this time of my life. So his name is Paolo Bruno, and I recommend him. So if you reach out to me and you ever need a social media coach, definitely I'll be very happy to recommend. And thank you so much, Eric. I mean, it's been such an honor, and it's been such a beautiful hour together. I feel so warm, excited, and so happy. So I'm really hope I helped you there. And thank you for the questions. And feel free to reach out. It doesn't have to be for the program. So any questions you might have, Eric or myself, I'd be so happy to answer you. And if you have more questions, just reach out. I love connecting. So come to me and ask me.
Uh, let's have 5 minutes. I've got something from Amma.
Sure.
Just to acknowledge that we can have negative self-belief about ourselves, so that letting go, embracing new fruits to replace
Sure.
the old one is ongoing journey. Sorry guys, I used to because on time, 1 hour, but today's topic is very important. So I want us to give 10 minutes with your time.
Yes.
See people coming up. I can see people coming up right now, which excited. So
Yes.
and for me, this moment in time is important that you get every choose, you get every information that we can share with you. Life is too short. And as we speak right now, people are dying every day. People are committing suicide. Marriage has been broken. Relationships are being destroyed.
Mm.
Families are not seeing each other. Husband lives here, wives lives here. Children are being abused from all angles.
Mm.
So when I have a time like this, I want to share with you guys because life is super short, like Paula said, super, super short.
Yes.
And this program today is mindfulness. And for me, of all my session I've done so far, this is just the best one. Because if my children, what you can see behind me in the picture, they are practicing this every night
Oh, bless
when they
them.
go to bed. That's just beautiful of how people learn from us, especially
So,
children
so
learn from us.
Eric, do they meditate? Do they
Yes.
meditate? Oh, beautiful.
And they are 7 and 5 to be,
Seven
7 and 4.
and 5.
So a time like this, I want to let everyone knows that. And I like the question for Amma today
Mm.
because we are going through one of the toughest in our generation.
Yes. Yes.
And a day like this, that you can just Paula said, see like as a balloon,
Yes.
puff.
Yes.
That
Yes.
negative thoughts that you're planning
Yes.
to do,
So powerful. Yes.
just let it go. That negative thought
It's
that you
life.
think that, yeah, you think that nobody loves me, let it go. People loves you. That thought that you thought I'm not worthy enough, let it go. That thought that I'm not beautiful enough, let it go. That thought of I don't have the great qualification to get the best job, you can. That thought of oh my goodness, I don't have food to eat, reach out to people. Reach out to people.
Mm.
Because Anna just
Support.
said, yeah, for support. Support. Because she said life is super short. And it's just a fact of that. Life is super short. The time for you to think deep session and ask yourself, who am I? You can do it. This session is for you guys out there. We are all experiencing this. I had a breakdown. I had a breakdown in the first lockdown. I had a breakdown. I had a
Mm.
breakdown. It was tough for us.
Mm.
Everyone is going through this session, this trial with us, this tribulation, this trials. But listen, there's a hope. There's a hope that in a few months' time, in a few years' time, we will overcome this pandemic. Just let you know, guys. We shall overcome this pandemic.
Mm.
So make a use of this time you're in. Spend time tonight. If this is your first time of deep meditation, of mindfulness, of Negative thoughts, just have a break and say, just go for maybe to your bedroom, your bathroom, your kitchen, anywhere that you think that is your space, a time to just meditate. I'm going to
Mm.
share this with you. One of the presentation from Paul. I love this one. I just love this one. Let me share this with you guys. Before we go, I want to share this with you guys. Short meditation. Just take a deep breath wherever you are. There's a film that my wife and myself we do love. It's a Christian film, and this lady will go to her closets, her wardrobe, and just have a
Mm.
quiet time.
Mm.
She go to her wardrobe, have quiet time. Where can you see yourself in your house? Where can you see yourself in your own small house? How big it is, how large, I don't care. Where can you see yourself? Kitchen, bathroom, living room. Where can you see yourself? Having that short meditation. Where can you see yourself? Just time to breathe,
Mm.
time to have a space, time to energize yourself and say, today is a new day. By midnight, that is over. Tomorrow
Yes.
is a new day. Today, it will go. Tomorrow is a new day. And each day as it comes, take it as it comes, step by step, like a baby walking, start walking.
Mm.
Time to meditate, time to reflect. Just think what Paula just said. See this as a balloon. Puff, it will go.
Transformation, yes, transformation and transition, absolutely. So definitely stay grounded and really resilient and strong because if you think of me, lockdown gave me this amazing mission of mindfulness, and I now feel so happy and so honored to be here with you. So totally.
Paula, it's been amazing. I want to leave, but we went to close. It's been an amazing session, and thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for coming. Um, and my advice to you guys, before I go, as you know, I do love stuff. I coach. I'm a speaker. I'm a parent. I'm a husband, and we're all in the same boat. Like Paula, she's got a family. We all have families out there. Today is a new day. Tomorrow is a new day. So let's go out there and be kind to each other. Let's go
Mm,
out there
kindness.
and just see ourselves as I can do this. A time to reflect. I tell you what, I think that I'm going to have 1 hour meditation. I just feel the mood of doing that again. With the children, they loved it.
Mm.
Paula, last word before we go.
The last word. Yes, I love the kindness. I love the kindness. Smile, be kind. Um, I'm noticing a difference in supermarkets. Smiling. Well, I know we have a face mask, so we smile with our eyes now. But yes, be kind. I mean, you really feel, it's really it's oxytocin. It's like natural happiness, I would say. So absolutely. And once again, thank you so much. Yes, and yes, just say thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys, and may I wish you a happy morning wherever you are, happy afternoon, and happy evening. Goodbye. Stay blessed. Thank you for watching.